Okay, so we get some barbecue. This is Robert from Deep Out Cycle Vlogs. Stop and get some barbecue, doing equipment review. Okay, typical Chinese barbecue, and nobody's here yet. It's still pretty early, but I don't got a lot of time, so we're gonna do this. 多少钱？2块。这个呢？2块。这个豆腐？2块。全2块吗？每个东西有2块？不是不是每个东西都是的，大部分。这个2块，这个是刷蒜蓉的，包蒜蓉。什么东西是不一样的？嗯，这个是豆腐。这个是豆腐，这个是包蒜蓉，这个不包蒜蓉。这里面到时候是里面有东西。有蒜蓉。蒜蓉。大蒜。帮我3个这个。我还有3个。肉。中咩？中啊！OK。有白尾有没有？有。动的还是不动的？动的。要几只？1个。1只。来，老弟，懂的把问。So this is typical barbecue. Although quite slow. 我又在这里。我又在这里。It's a typical barbecue in China. A little bit early tonight, but no problem. This is we'll get some more. It'll be the bike and me, and talk about some equipment. 有辣，这个豆腐有辣的。不要辣了。有辣。要辣。这个豆腐我刚刚给你有辣。要辣是吧？对。So, as I promised, let's stop and do some reviews, some equipment here, and won't get too crazy here tonight, I don't think. Long week this week, ending up with 1,800 kilometers this last month. A little bit thirsty. Not a lot of time today to drink or eat. I won't drink or eat too much. But, so today we're going to do a review. We're going to talk about a couple things. I think I'll start with shoes, maybe. Kind of awkward to review shoes at a barbecue. So maybe we'll do brakes too. Let's talk about shoes and brakes today, okay? Shirley here, so let's okay, so this is Robert again. Got to cut away a little bit. Set up. Today, first, we're going to talk tonight, actually, here in the middle of nowhere land. A little bit early. You know, it's actually a Chinese holiday right now. Tomorrow's Qingming. So a lot of people are visiting their hometown to go do really depressive things like dig up their family's bones and wash them off. Just put them back in a box. I've actually seen that happen in the countryside. Guangxi. You know, there's 57 different ethnicities in China, so people are doing it a little bit different in different areas, I'm sure. To be clear. Alright, hope you see me alright. Let's do a video check real quick. 哎，这个看完了吗 ？Give me this. This is actually boiled. One of my favorites. This special beer is tofu. You can't go wrong at the barbecue with tofu. Trust me though. Again, mess your stomach up and give you an uncomfortable day. So, but I always go with tofu whenever I go out. It's a great thing with beer. Doing a video check here. Let's see if you guys can see me okay. This Verb and my Nexus. I'm gonna have another little bite of that. Awesome. Yo, 好吃，谢谢。好吃。This actually is a little bit soft on the inside. Different than the one on the heat and the fire over there. Okay. So today's a holiday, so it's quiet. Normally, these places can get pretty loud. You can see people chasing each other with butcher knives, like doing the kung fu hustle and stuff, and dancing in the streets. And sometimes you see dragons and shit. I'm going to review these BB7s right now. These are Avid BB7 mountain bikes, pads, and I think I have a spare set here in my back. Ah, yes, I do. Minus the clip, unfortunately. The clip is inside. These are the pads. And these are the calipers. I've had XT calibers before. I'm using them with Avid Juicy. These Avid Juicy brake levels. And you can see on the front of my bike, I've got a 200 millimeter on the front of this solid Shirley fork. It can go as high as 203 millimeter. This is 200, which I think is awesome. Problem is mine are wearing down to death after about 7,000 kilometers, which is pretty normal. They should wear out. Stop and go. Rain. On CRC they have three kinds. Organic, like splintered, and metallic. These are the stock ones that come with it. You see the back. It's got an indentation. Now I don't have the spring right now because I only have two springs and they're right now inside my bike. But there's a spring, retaining spring, that keeps them from pushing together. And you put that spring in, and here's the caliper. There's a big wheel on the right side, a little wheel on the left. You want to push them together, and there's two different kinds of arms here. One arm bends out, and and the other arm straight up and down on the brake pad itself. Here's the straight one. Here's one that bends out. They go in here. The round one goes by the big hole, and the straight one goes by the little wheel. And they should go in there with the clip you got, and just clip in there, and like this or something. I don't know why I had a hard time getting that on mine, and right now I don't have the spring in here, but they're held in metallically, and they should just clip in there. And unfortunately, I had a huge pain in the ass last night when I tried to do it myself. For some reason, it would not just stick to the back, to the caliper piston. So I took it to the shop today, and I had the mechanic try to do it, and I thought maybe I'm just an idiot. And he had the same problem. So I thought maybe he's an idiot too. Maybe. Maybe we're just both idiots. Now I didn't have time to fight with it any longer than the time I already gave. So I went up and I changed. You know, these are the. I had an extra set, so I changed my complete caliper out, and I got it to work on one. And here's the one I believe that was my new one. I got it to work, and it's on there, but it's squeaky as hell, and it's just not lined up right, and my brake feels all mushy. Now, it was so stressful that, you know, had I not had children, my first instinct maybe throw money at it. So I'll screw it. But really, you know, I have in the past, I have upgraded to XT hydraulic brakes, and it seemed to me like, number one, the brake pads wore out much faster. I don't know if it's because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they weren't organic. The only good thing about the Shimanos now is I could get the pads in China. This has garlic in it. Now I know what they were saying earlier. I don't know how to say garlic in Chinese. But now I can understand. They were trying to tell me that tofu, that garlic, which is cool. I'll pay you later. No. The only advantage of having Shimano hydraulic discs in China is the availability of pads. Years ago, Avid pads were much easier to find, and now it's the opposite. Here I have some barbecued mushrooms. I love mushrooms. now, Mission Impossible. Now, with my old XT, my old XT set had nothing but problems. The caliper itself was leaking a little bit, but the hand lever was leaking. Ooh, that's so spicy. You really need to have cold beer with that. That's spicy mushroom. And that's how these Chinese barbecues work. A lot of the barbecue is not like what we think of in America, having different spices. It's typically always the same spice, just more or less differs in quantity, not individual taste. So if you're drinking beer in a little cup, it's the right thing to have. I don't want to do pig. I'll use my Kwaiza. Chopsticks. Chinese can say Kwaiza. And actually this tofu is not that good. Compared to the other, it's terrible. We still eat it. So now I have, I had nothing but problems with the hydraulic brakes I got. And I should have my own bench, but I don't. I mean, my own bike stand, but I actually don't have one. That would fix everything, right? And with my old set, I actually had to buy another set of levers because you could only buy them in pairs, and it had a problem too. It really was so inconvenient to take it to the shop and have them bleed it. And spend so much time trying to fix it. And they always leaked. They never got fixed. And they were really expensive. Another thing, like for example, my tires. When I bought a set of Marathon Pluses a couple of years ago, they had like 3 or 4 flats at least in the first 3,000 kilometers, and in like 10,000 kilometers or so, excuse me, they had about 15 flats, I'd say. Those are ones that I bought in China. And these other tires, Marathon Pluses, that I bought from CRC, Haven't had one flat in 7,000 kilometers. Huge difference. And what I'm trying to get to is quality control in China is not that great. And many things are fake. And there's even a chance I wouldn't be surprised at all if the XT handles or levers or brakes that was some kind of a damaged unit that was being sold is retail here. That happens all the time. It's so hard to get around that. It could happen in the biggest stores. Or the smallest. So my solution is going to be to buy like 2 extra sets of brake pads for these Avid BB7s the next chance I get. And that might mean importing them, most likely, which sucks. I mean, the WTO, there's sorry to buy so many things in China. No, not just the brake pads. Here we go with the spicy mushrooms again. Spicy. Now locally, all the people who used to sell Avids, they're all trying to push Hope brakes, and I have the Hope hubs. Which seem to be doing better than the XT hubs I had before. They seem awesome. I guess the Hope brakes would also be really cool. But the fact of the matter is, number one, they're expensive. And I mean, 350 yen versus like 1,200 yen. And BB7s work great when they're working, I don't know. So number two, because there's such a high quantity that I see being sold here, you know, they never make fake things of low quantity stuff. High quantity items in China, I guarantee you, there's a fake out there. So how do you know that you're getting the right thing? You don't know. You have no idea. So if I would have ever bought my Hope hubs, or if I was going to spend money, which I'm not, on the brakes, I would always be second guessing are these real? And that's what it is to live in China. If you don't realize that, I mean, even like beer, I mean, they're not gonna have fake Budweiser. A lot of other alcohol is fake, and food is fake. And I come out here to do a review a little bit in this barbecue here, but as a foreigner that lives here more than 15 years, I don't go to barbecues outside that much anymore. I like going outside with my family, and I like to cook my own barbecue, but it's just, there's so much food quality issues, and especially for my kids. Why? I mean, you know, I don't know. I've done this. I used to eat barbecue, just like the Chinese people, just like many foreigners that come here. I do that for years, but I just, you know, I don't do it no more. But I come out here to get the year atmosphere and stuff. And I guarantee you, at my house I've got better tofu and better mushrooms. Still got sometimes. Try the summer night, right? But my advice, if you're buying Avid calipers, is to make sure that you get an extra pair of sets, especially if you're going touring or commuting in China. And if you're buying hopes, get an extra set from outside of the country, because whatever you use inside the country might be fake. And if you're going to buy something expensive like hydraulic brakes, get a good set from a reputable seller outside of China and bleed them yourselves and stuff. And as far as the stopping power, you know, they're not the one finger that the XT hydraulic brakes were, and I noticed I have a problem, just a smaller problem adjusting the cable. I've had the cable like slip on the back of the caliper, but not a huge deal. They're much easier to adjust than the hydraulics. All you have to do is to turn this red knob. It says in and out. Both sides there's two, and that just pushes the caliper, the brake pad. It will push it closer onto the disc. Right? So they're very easy for self-maintenance. You don't need a tool. You can pull them out with the fingers. Pretty cool and really cheap. So if you want to spend some money on something on your bike, you could save the money in the brake department and have really good brakes with Avid BB7s. I don't know what the difference is between these and the road version. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Oh. Yeah, I think I'll. I don't know. Should we do the shoe review? We'll do the shoe review right now too. I'm going to review these Shimano Sandals. I've got a new pair coming. These are my old pair. These are pretty old, actually. This pair here is... I spilled some beer in there, sorry. Beer in the sandal. I'm not going to drink out of it. This is the Shimano SPD shoe. And I've had this shoe for probably 20,000 kilometers, so maybe, I don't know. I've worn it a lot in the summer. It's really hot here in southern China, and it gets really rainy, and these are great because unlike your other shoes, you can get them wet and they'll dry out and you keep wearing them. They're very stiff, super stiff. So forget the new kind of shoes where they bend. These are very, very, very stiff. In fact, they're like so heavy duty. They're very heavy. They feel like clogs. The bad thing about this is that when you wear them a lot, like the surface and the sole, like they wear down, like so it's completely smooth and loses all texture. I got the 44, 46s, and I'm just ordering a new pair. I'm getting the 42, 44. The body is like a leather, very durable. 2 straps, Velcro. I never have a problem with them coming off. They're quite great shoes, except for very big. After years, they pulled out, So I actually had a shoe smith in China sew them back in with the needle where they attach. And finally after years, I could see separation on the other shoe coming. I could see some separation of the material. Now I've since had them completely sewed in, so it works quite well. I highly recommend these shoes if you're in a tropical environment, and you could walk pure deal in them. They're very rugged soles. They're okay, sorry, we lost battery there a little bit. Looks like these are 4344s, and I just got 4344s again. I was excited because I thought I was getting a smaller pair, but it turns out I made a foolish mistake, and my new pair is going to be big, just like my old pair. Rather than be disappointed and depressed because I'm in the middle of China and it's impossible to change the shoes, I'm going to go ahead and suck up the loss, and I'll wear the 44s again. The same tragic mistake, but they're pretty good shoes. No, I don't know, I can't. The other ones might be too small. I guess I could live with the larger size. I have for this many years. I just always say in the back of my head, oh, I'll get the smaller next time. I'll get the smaller ones. It's okay. Make one sheet. In a nicer situation, I would send them back probably and get the smaller size. They seem to run a size big. But they're great shoes, and I recommend them. And I want to get the 2006. I ordered the 2016s from CRC, and I'll update this review and I'll let you know what's different with them. But if you're looking for summer shoes on your bike, and if you've never tried SPD's shoes, go for it. They're awesome. It's okay to have a little bit big shoes. Okay guys, I'm worn out. It's the end of my week. So this is Robert with Deep Thought Cycle vlog. And you come ride with me sometime. Subscribe if you want to. I'll try to get you guys some to share with you the stuff that I use. And some Chinese locations like this, okay? See you later.